7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Think about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended.
That is right, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Circle Debate Podcast, episode 151. Ladies and gentlemen, señoras y señores, how is everybody doing here today on a happy Friday? We are here. That is right. Yes. It's the host, Stevie's What I've been seeing here with me, hermano, my brother, mi sangre, my all, because he is Mr. No Roads.
Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Need any roads where this man takes you, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, this man, right here. Because yes, bro, right here. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Wait, that way. There you go. That is right. Of course, my brother, my all, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. No Roads himself, because he be raw dogging every Monday on the Blood and Entertainment Network. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Nero. What is going on, my brother?
What's good, man? It's so happy to be here. Look at this beautiful new layout. This makeover is beautiful. And we got the LOG in the background. We got Circle Debate. We got the Bloodline. We got the Wrestling Warrior podcast. We got everything. Game is here. Let's do this. Happy.
That's right.
Who can fuck with De Niro? I got a Snyder extendo clip, so who wanna play hero? Go bad shit like Ozzy.
That's
I was
right.
born in the darkness. Oh.
You can't go wrong with the Lords of Gotham, baby. That's right. That is right. What is going on, Jacoby? Appreciate you for tuning in. Well, great. What is going on, brother? How are you? Yeah, well, NXT, we try to make time for it, but there's so much to it. We'll do what we can.
Yeah, it was good.
Let's go, baby. The banger. Yes, the banger. Oh, man, what is going on? TK. And, of course, my tribal chief. What is going on?
Devin.
Appreciate you very much. Yes. Oh, look, appreciate you. I appreciate you. Lucas Thomas, what is going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, before we even start with anything, if you see above us, make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you follow and subscribe to both channels, the Circle Debate and the Blood and Entertainment Network. And if you see, all the socials are right up there. You can go check it out right up there on Twitter. You can follow us and the Blood and Entertainment Network on YouTube as well, on Instagram. And also the website, the sexy website. Don't forget to go to bloodlinenetwork.com for all your sports and entertainment. In case you can't find anything there, you get your sports articles there from MLB Fantasy Draft, MLB, what is going on exactly in the world of baseball, NFL Draft, of course, as well. And what happened to the recent news. Also, NFL Fantasy Draft. Who should you pick? Who you should not pick? Also, MMA bet slips from Bakley himself as well. And also, you got the Dirt Sheet Dan Bakley, who will be giving you the going on. He is the new seltzer, pretty much, of the Bloodline Entertainment Network. I wanted to say. But, man, oh, yes, we are evolving like wrestling, baby. Yes, I appreciate you very much. Oh, man, what is going on? What's going on, Nick? Yes, I appreciate you. Yes, Devin is right. That's right. Not as a tribal chief. But, man, yes, not forget, right above, follow all of them. Subscribe to it. Also, you can follow us on Twitch as well on the Bloodline Entertainment Network and Circle Debate. Make sure, because we got it coming out, a lot of exclusive content coming only on Twitch, and pretty coming soon to the Patreon as well for the Bloodline Entertainment Network. So make sure, acknowledge the ones, acknowledge us in the Bloodline Entertainment Network. That is right. All right, it's time to get into the action now, baby. Before we get into Raw and SmackDown, this is only one news because we want to just get out of the way. And let's talk about it. There you go. And that is, of course, Tony Khan and Warner Brothers Discovery making a TV deal. I heard it's about a 4-year deal. Don't know how much the money is, but all I know is that moving forward, coming soon, that all the pay-per-views, all the content will be on Warner Brothers Discovery. For now, we're gonna have still Dynamite on TNT or TBS, and I guess and AEW Collision on TNT. I guess that's gonna stay since Warner Brothers Discovery kind of owns it in a way. They own, I guess, Turner Network. I believe so, but everything else moving forward, like the exclusive content coming up for AEW, will be exclusively for Warner Brothers Discovery. And this does not include Ring of Honor, which surprised me. Like, why does it include Ring of Honor in this one? It should have included Ring of Honor. So this is the major reason why Dark and Elevation was ended, besides what we talked about last week about the Punk situation, Collision. But De Niro got some words for us, and I believe he got a lot to digress about this. And so I cannot wait to hear what he had to say. But, man, break it down, my brother. The floor is yours. Give us your thought overall. And what you heard so far about this, not brand split for AEW, I guess not, but you got more details. Break it away.
No, yeah. So first and foremost, this new pending deal with Warner Brothers, I'm hearing should take them into a $1 billion deal. If this is a $1 billion deal for AEW, this is a amazing feat for a company that's only been around for about 4 years. Honestly, I think that was good. Jason, I appreciate you being here. Honestly, I really got to say, like, anybody who hopes that AEW fails is not a real wrestling fan. You want to see every company succeed, and to have another company with a possible $1 billion TV deal, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. AEW Collision, we talked about last week how it should be, how it shouldn't be a show to cater to Punk's ego. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case, because now I'm hearing, rumors and innuendos. We don't do dirt sheets, but the talk is the talk, and right now it is, CM Punk and the Elite will be showing up on both Collision and on Dynamite. So this won't be a brand split. It's just going to be an extra 2 hours of television, so you can have more of that roster that you have showcased on a weekly basis. Because you see, there's so many huge names in AEW, and now there's no time for them because it's only 2 hours, right? But here you add an extra 2 hours of television. Now the possibilities are endless. You have a lot of more wrestling time. You could put on new guys on Collision. You could have time now to have storylines play out. You can have more women's matches. How long have we been talking about the women need more time? Now is your opportunity to do that. So I think that overall, this is a great deal for AEW. I'm excited for Collision. I know a lot of people aren't. I am. I think that there's going to be a really good 2023 ending and a great 2024 for AEW with this new deal.
Absolutely. I feel it will be. And then knowing that they're going to focus on Rampage to be more their developmental, kind of like, how NXT has an NXT level up, how WWE has their main event. I mean, it's okay because, it's understandable because think about it. They can't compete against right after SmackDown. It's too late. Once SmackDown is over on the East Coast, which is 7 o'clock Eastern, right? By that time, you're going to have...
On the East Coast, we got, it ends at 10 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, 10 o'clock Eastern,
yeah.
Right? Okay. So, right. You're okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
so then Rampage starts at 10 to 11. That is a hard position to be in to get ratings because, for wrestling fans who already are watching wrestling on Fridays, they're watching SmackDown, and then, a third hour of wrestling is already hard to sit through. We see how that is on Mondays. But then, those who are, living their life and out on Friday nights, they're not coming home on a Friday night to sit at home and watch Rampage. I'm sorry.
That's right. Because it's time to party. I said that's what it is. It's Friday, right? The party of a lifetime. It's tough. It's really, really tough for, for that, for Rampage to try to compete with that. So that, it makes sense why more focus now on having Collision to be like the actual second show. But then again, I digress because I feel bad for Rampage. That means this was like the second board show, and then now you're gonna treat it like a developmental program. So I mean, it's fine. I mean, we just have to, see how it turned out. See what's going on, Jason Dunn. See Mike. My God, I love this competition now. Triple H and Nick Khan are gonna do something for a Collision debut. We're also gonna get more billion if AEW gets this. Yeah, they can. But as of this moment, they're still number 2 to the number 1 of WWE. It doesn't help with the time is always moved with the show. It's pretty awful. Yeah. That's why I feel the transitioning, and I'm with you, TK. What I feel the fact that them later probably transitioning to Warner Brothers exclusively, that could be the case. That could happen because of that. I think I wouldn't say Dynamite. I would say more. You will keep Dynamite as your television platform, like on TBS, right? Yeah. But for Rampage, I would probably put that on Warner Brothers Discovery, and then have the Collision to be on television, TNT. Yeah, I think it kind of balances it out. I think, in my opinion, I don't know if you feel the same, but I feel that we're, because how TK mentioned about moving Rampage because of the NBA playoffs. Well, pretty soon it's going to be over. We're almost at that point. We're already heading into the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, but still, and you still have the NBA Finals, so it will take some time. But I mean, they could do so many ways of how to manage everything overall. And I know Tony Khan wants to, please, obviously his investors, like meaning as in, Turner Network, Warner Brothers. So he needs to find a balance so they can everybody in that table be pleased. So that's. And the biggest question, how you mentioned about the roster, like how is that going to work out too for Collision? I mean, if they're going to go both shows, cool. I hope they really take this and utilize this, how you mentioned having women's to be more, more presentable now and give them more time. I'm hoping they do. I like the idea of making Rampage a main event type of show. It actually develops. Yeah, it does. It does develop young talent. Turn Rampage into NXT. Maybe Dynamite and Collision is the show. Yeah, I agree, Lucas. Yeah, I wonder if AEW get warning out. Okay. Maybe they got a GM. Who knows? Mark Henry. That's right. You know what? It makes actually sense. Imagine Paul White and Mark Henry being the GMs for those. Drop trash ass Rampage. I just focus on Dynamite and Collision. That's cold blooded. That's hate for the tribal chief. Jesus. Oh my God. But all right. Now let's get into it now. Let's get into some WWE. Hey, let's go. Let's talk about Raw and SmackDown. That is right. Let's talk about it, man. So we saw what happened on Raw with the tournament beginning, and a lot of the key points of Raw that happened. Of course, you can see right below me on my side, see Lesnar, Ted, and Cody. You know what I want to talk about, Cody? I want to talk about beating your ass at Night of Champions, challenging him at Night of Champions, and he literally cost him to be part in that tournament, in that triple threat. That was when Finn Balor won, and that he advanced. Rollins won, and he advanced. And then Rollins and Finn Balor were the last two in that, final side of the bracket. Rollins won. Now he is in the finals for that World Heavyweight Championship above us at Night of Champions. And also you have, of course, the return of Becky Lynch and the promo that Trish Stratus took out in 2005, I believe it was, 2006. Same promo. Same shit. But, I'm not going to
heel Trish.
Yeah, heel Trish. Love it, love it, love it. But, man, SmackDown, of course, it looks like we're having trouble in paradise with the bloodline because you think it's all fun and games? You think I'm joking? You think I'm laughing? Oh, that push in the face. Do I amuse you? Like, Jesus. Like, oh, man. You never, ever disrespect the tribal chief because he's going to be...
You there. Sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Yes, you got to acknowledge him for sure. And then, of course, you have AJ. AJ, fantastic match in that triple threat against Edge and Rey Mysterio. I don't know if Rey got hurt because it looked like his hand was hurting, I believe, like when he came on the top rope trying to grab Edge. You noticed that, right?
Yeah, when Edge went for that spear, but it looked like they just collided. Yeah.
And then it was a good chemistry. Look, I'm not a super fan of triple threats, but the ones we saw on Raw and SmackDown were great. The chemistry, just the psychology. I like out of all four of them, I really enjoyed more the AJ and Edge and Rey Mysterio because just seeing that DDT, seeing Rey Mysterio giving that 619 to Edge while Edge got him into I forgot what the hell's the name of the finisher it is. On AJ, everything was just like mwah, chef's kiss. I enjoyed it. And then now we have a heel turn of Asuka again. I don't know what they're doing there. Like, they need to figure something out.
Yeah.
But then, of course, AJ defeating Bobby Lashley. Lashley advancing when he defeated Sheamus and Austin Theory. Lashley was pretty cut up, really bad. But, seeing that singles match of AJ and Bobby remind me of TNA. Like, it really did. I don't know if you got that feeling, but
it definitely did.
It reminded me of TNA. But, man, and then now you have Roman and Solo challenging Sami and Kevin Owens, Night of Champions, for the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. And, of course, he dedicated it to that match to Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans. We already know that, thanks to Dirt Sheet Dan on the Bloodline Entertainment Network, that the reason now Sami and Kevin are able to go because now they're at peace with Syria and Saudi Arabia. Now they are working together again. A peaceful treaty occurred. So now the doors are open for Sami to Kevin to go, which is I'm invested and curious to see how is that going to work out for Sami. Sami mainly because he puts himself out there on social media about how shit he talks about fucking up there to Saudi. I don't know how they're going to welcome him with open arms. I don't know. I think
Sami's just the reaction he gets.
Oh, I know, right? That's where I'm curious what reaction he's going to get along with Kevin. But, man, talk about it, De Niro. Break it down overall. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I loved every one of these three-way, the triple threat matches in the first round. So all four of the triple threats. I think that the best triple threats in this tournament was probably the Seth Rollins, Nakamura, and Damian Priest one, and then the AJ Styles, Edge, and Rey Mysterio one on SmackDown. Really, really good action here, both on Raw and SmackDown. I talked about on Raw Dogging on Monday that I really like how on Raw we started to see some fresh faces. Zoe Starks was called up. We have a lot of possibilities. We got Imperium looking like they're going to be in a feud with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which I like. Really cool to see that. As for the tournament, I think the right guy went over. We said it last week. We all thought that this belt was made for someone like Seth Rollins. So having Seth Rollins go to the finals, I think that that's the right person to go to the finals. And then on the SmackDown side, I'm really, really happy it was AJ because AJ Styles has been one of my favorite wrestlers for a long, long time. And for him to be in the finals for this championship, I think that that's just really, really cool. They keep on talking about like the window on his career is starting to close. He's near retirement, but you wouldn't be able to tell that by seeing them in the ring because AJ Styles is still wrestling at a high level and could go with the best of them. So I feel like as much as I'm with Seth Rollins being the first champion, I would not be mad at all if AJ Styles becomes the first champion for the World Heavyweight Championship. The only also things that I really like the whole bloodline swerve with we think that the Usos are going to get one more shot at Kevin and Sami, but it ends up being Roman and Solo. That's very interesting. What happens if Roman wins? Roman's going to be walking around with 4 belts, 2 tag titles, 2 world titles. That's insane. You know what I mean? Like, if they do that, that would be crazy. But also, the one thing I do got to say is we're week 1 in the draft. After the draft, this is week 1 of having 2 completely separate brands, and there's already so much cross-pollination between Raw and SmackDown. I feel like the draft was pointless. So that's my only complaint. I feel like, having shown what happened with Brock Lesnar and Cody on SmackDown, and then having AJ wrestle for a title against guys who are on Raw, and then have Roman and Solo going against guys who are drafted to Raw, that just shows that this draft already doesn't matter. So I don't know why we even did a draft in the first place.
Yeah, that's where the way how I, feel about this. But before I get to the chat, and I apologize, guys, in the chat, I just want to get this very briefly. I want to digress about this very quickly about this. One thing for sure, I'm with you. I love that AJ's in the main event. I mean, headed to the main event pretty much in the finals against Seth. And I've been dying to see Seth and AJ forever. And now we wanted to get to see it. I have to play it because I haven't played it, and I think Seth Rollins and AJ. It's been a while. It's been a while. Oh, Daddy, I need it. We want it. I want to consume it. Oh, damn it. Oh, get my nipples hard. But I digress. But man, look, Rollins is going to win. I said it like 2 weeks ago. I said Rollins is the man. I love you, AJ. I know you hate me for saying that. I know, man. But look, Rollins is meant to win for this title because the fact that he is able, like I said, he is the man who is going to be in that process heading into the evolution of becoming the face of the WWE once Roman steps down and retires. Because Roman's time is, I'm not saying it's coming up very, very soon, but it's getting stagnant, as you can say, for certain individuals. Not for me, I'm okay with it, but it's certain individuals. I like it because it's the hottest thing in professional wrestling. But for certain people, it's becoming that. So they need something new, something fresh. You need your Batman to your Joker. And that's it. That's Rollins. Rollins is the Joker to Roman's Batman. And that's what it is there. So you need Rollins to become the face as well of the whole organization, to be out there in TV shows, to be out there on, talk shows, all of that. He needs to do all of that marketing level, especially now with the Endeavor purchase, everything over. You need these two guys to represent the company. You need one representing Raw. You need one representing SmackDown. So you need a face for Raw and overall for the company, along with Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins is your guy. Now I know TK. I know you mentioned about the point of the draft. I get it. Yeah, I feel that all this was a plan B. This is the reason why I say this, because I think Paul Levesque had already things in place. Remember, it wasn't Night of Champions. It was King and Queen of the Ring. Now, I think Papa H had things in plan to get Roman away from one of those belts and have him lose it at SummerSlam. And have lose one of the belts, continue to have the other one, and the other one will go back to Raw. And I feel that all this was a plan B. He had no other alternative choice to do this, this draft, which the draft was already planned anyway. It was going to take in place. However, though, I felt that he was planning the winner of the King of the Ring, challenge at SummerSlam or Money in the Bank, and then from there, that title holder, whoever's going to be, will take that belt to Raw.
Yeah,
and that'll be it. But unfortunately, because Vincent Kennedy McMahon, is the guy that loves to
make movies.
I love to make movies, I love chocolate and titties, pal. Oh. This man, of course, since he made his full return, decided, no, you're not going to do that. God damn, no, we're going to change it. We're going to Night of Champions. Nice. All right, so I think all of that changed because of this man, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So Triple H, of course, Papa H had no other alternative choice to make this title belt the third title. It's not even two; it's three. Tres. And that's my theory I feel that this probably happened because of that. And which doesn't make sense. I get you. I'm with you too when it comes to that, because why the fuck is this motherfucker walking out with two belts? It should be one big old belt combined, right? Like the undisputed title, like back in the old days, was 2002, right? 2003, around there. I like that, but I that's my digression about it. I don't know, man. I that's my theory. I don't know if you feel the same theory, but I feel that probably took place. That's why a lot of all this shit happened.
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, they already did announce King and Queen of the Ring, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, everything changes. So it does make sense. Second title is so important because it can be a little title. 6 months it can make it. Yep, I agree.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you too, King. Let's see. I bet Riddle's face. Oh,
that's
that'd
be a really good matchup.
Yeah. I want to highlight Jacoby when he mentioned a tease. I want to see that Bloodline and LWO. Give me that because I think we all said it here. I think we all did.
I just got the new LWO shirt, the Puerto Rico one. I was rocking it on Top Rope last night. Yo, that shirt is fire. I fuck with the LWO. Sorry.
Hell yeah, that's right. About the locals for life. I said. That's right. That's right. Give us LWO and Bloodline.
Give me what I want.
Right. You got to give us what we want. We want to see that. But I'm with you, Jacoby. I definitely want that. What's going on? The Notorious DOM. If you missed it, go back on the Blood Entertainment Network. Catch, of course. They recapped along with the Nero here, an instant classic. WCW, the wrestling. Yeah, Bash at the Beach, baby. Great. I love it.
Thanks for having me on yesterday, Dami. We had a great time. Definitely go check out Top Rope from last night for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Tamina. Yes. There you go, Lucas. Yes. I've been saying it. Add Tamina to the bloodline. And I feel that they are going to do it because of this situation was going on. It's going to add the bloodline. I'm just like, whoo. Oh, man. I'm just excited for it. Yes.
Be mad at it.
Now, here's a question now that I have for you. Now that we got rid of, got the AJ and Rollins situation out of the way, what about this man right here? Cody Rhodes. After Lesnar again at Night of Champions, what's next? What is next for Cody Rhodes after that? And how do you feel? What do you feel about his booking so far? Overall, man, break it down to me. I want to hear you.
To be honest, I loved Cody's booking all the way up until, I guess, after WrestleMania. I thought that Brock Lesnar should have squashed him at Backlash. I'm a big Cody fan, but I thought that Brock should have squashed him at Backlash, and then you really break down Cody. And maybe they'll do it here at Night of Champions, but, like, you break down Cody and you break him down, and you break him down, and then you have to have him rebuild back up, put him through hard times like everyone's been saying. Have him go through hard times. Him beating Brock Lesnar is not going through hard times. Those are fucking happy times. Those are celebrating times. Make him go through hard times. Have him get destroyed and then have to build himself back up. So when he is ready to go against Roman Reigns once again, it's like, all right, yeah, this time there's no question. He's a new man. He's bigger, better, stronger than he ever was before. He's going to win that title. But right now, you're not doing that. So I feel like they could still do that, but it all starts at Night of Champions. I feel like Brock has to destroy Cody. Absolutely destroy him.
And do you agree with Jason down here saying that Cody again, a third one in Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam? Oh, I like that booking.
I mean, nah. I feel like sorry. Yeah, I can do without that. I feel like after Night of Champions, let's see what Cody goes on to go on, and Brock could do something else.
Yeah. All's going on. Underground Temple places. Seth beats AJ. Cody beats Brock clean. Seth versus Cody, SummerSlam 3, and then for the belt. Maybe that could happen. I like that too. I ain't mad at that too. I am not mad at that too. I mean, we'll see. Cody's booking, it's not over. I feel everybody thinks that Cody's booking right now is like a punishment or like, hey, you're starting all over again, buddy. You wanted to come back to the big times, to the big leagues. You had the opportunity to be, you were an EVP over there. You could have put yourself over. You did that for the TNT belt over there on the competitor side. And what happened there, you decided not to be the face because it's too obvious. And I respect that. You don't want it to be the obvious man in the other competitor promotion to be, I'm going to be the number one guy. Screw that. But there was, I respect that from Cody for him to really downgrade himself back as a regular talent. Who knows? Maybe he couldn't handle the pressure of all this, trials and tribulations of being an EVP. Maybe he couldn't handle the pressure. And then also hell yeah, it's not easy. And then only think about it, you have 3 other egos in place. You have, the Bucks and you have Omega. So think about that. You got 4, and Tony in the final boss, not Shaq Khan, Tony Khan. But then you had that's 5 right people right there, just all egos colliding. Maybe Cody couldn't handle the pressure.
All ego, not Ethan Page.
There you go. That's right. Ego. I love that song. But I feel with Cody coming back and what he's doing so far, I think for me is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take time. I give it time. Look, right now, I feel that Papa H is telling his story where he needs to tell it. He's slowly, like how Matt will say, is marinating wherever it's coming up because the next big WWE event is SummerSlam. Yeah. Got that, and you got Money in the Bank too, because to see how they're gonna figure that out. Money in the Bank. Remember, Cody could win Money in the Bank. Cody could say, you know what, I'm gonna go to SmackDown and challenge, of course, challenge the Tribal Chief again to get his match on SmackDown. You never know. I mean, right, Tribal Chief? I'm pretty sure.
You're lying.
Okay, maybe I'm lying. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying, Tribal Chief, but you never know. I think this guy may come back and, try to get that belt away from him. I mean,
You better watch this guy. You better watch it. I don't know about this guy.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying. But that could be the case too, man. I mean, that could happen as well. A lot of things that I don't think is over. The Cody Rhodes story is not over.
Nah.
I don't think it is. I think he has to go through a lot of more than what people expect him not to go through. I think, I think everybody expected right away. He's gonna win at Mania. Oh, that was it. No, baby, no. You gotta tranquilo, no, tranquilo, right? Right now, don't
Tranquilo.
See, take it easy.
And also, people need to remember he's only been back since January. Like, he got injured and then he came back at the Royal Rumble, but it's only been like 5 months, and less. It was like late January, so it's been like 4 months. Like, give it time to brew, give it time to build that story. How many hard times Cody needs from the purple peck to Brock destroying him after being screwed at Mania sounds like hard times to me. Yeah, but he beat Brock beating Brock at Backlash, right? You're going to start rebuilding him back up now. I mean, I don't see him getting another title shot against Roman until WrestleMania 40. So to build that storyline as, all right, he went through hard times and now he's being built back up, I feel like you have to really slowly dissect this before you get to the point where he's ready for another title shot.
Okay. Let's see what Temple got to say. Fill out Roman versus Solo, Kevin and Sami. Usos cost Solo Roman. We get Usos. It's wow. That's good booking.
That will be insane.
Oh, you know what, Temple? Just for you, I will play this for you.
Such good shit.
Good shit right there. Hey, I didn't thought about that until he just did. Jesus. Okay, I like that. I like the booking. I'll tell you what's next. Cody wins Money in the Bank. Challenges Rhodes. Excuse me. Yes, I'm with you, DOM. What's going on, Tobin Cruz? Thank you so much for tuning in, my brother. What's up, Ivan and Mike? Veer's coming. Veer's coming. Veer is coming soon. Again. He's coming. Let's see what Devin got to say. Cody will win Money in the Bank, but lose against my Tribal Chief because it's adversity. Adversity, baby. Adversity. Oh, my God. Oh, excuse me. Man, let's see. Whoa, what's going on, Streets? Oh, man. Check out Roto Slappers on the Blood Island Entertainment Network. That's my band right here, Streets, provides you the knowledge of not only just NFL, but MLB, and also on the fantasy, man. This guy knows how to fantasy book like no other.
Follow this huge episode of Roto Slappers tonight, 8 o'clock Central.
That is right.
Tuned. Subscribe to the Bloodline Entertainment Network.
That's right, baby. That is right. Oh, man. Another thing that I wanted to, because now we're waiting for the director and Matt Callis, but very quick, how about Bianca Belair's booking? Talk to me about that. What do you think so far? Do we see a heel turn coming soon from her? I mean, I don't know. You break it down to do.
I feel like, she's already now the longest reigning women's champion. She has been phenomenal in the ring, but character-wise, I feel like we need to see another side of her. I seen her as an amazing heel in NXT. If you remember, she was a really good heel in NXT. So I don't want to see the title get off of her. I want her to continue to reign as champion, but I think that we need to see that other side of her. So I would not be mad at a heel turn. So give us a heel turn just to keep it fresh.
That's right. We got to keep it fresh with her, man. We have to. So, man, I just let's see. Okay, so Matt Callis, we'll give you some time, Matt Callis. But yes, we're just waiting for the rest of the people. But Bianca, let's see. What can I say about Bianca? We need her in Charlotte already. I think maybe they're waiting for that at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think we need that for SummerSlam. Bianca and Charlotte. That's for sure. Hold on. Let's see what the Temple Plays got to say. What if Papa H brings back the OG pay-per-view great? Oh, and Long Beach, California? I like that. I don't mind that either. The Great American Bash. Cody cashes in. Roman instead of Mania. Roman versus The Rock. Cody versus Randy Orton. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
That'd be huge. But you know what WWE does do? They brought it back a couple years ago, and I think it would be even bigger. It would be if they did this shit at Starrcade.
Oh, that's right, huh?
WWE brought back Starrcade before. Do Starrcade, make it a PLE, and have Cody win the WWE title for his father on the show that his father created? Come on. And had that shit in the fucking Texas bull rope match or some shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell. Oh, my God. You are fantasy booking like no other. Right, Blue? Right? That's right. Hell yeah. That is right. Hell yeah. Even Leo loves it. Where are you, Leo? You're everywhere. Damn you. There you go.
I love it.
Yes, we do love it. That is right. Let's see what Dom see. I'm still waiting for Rhea and Bianca. It will be a unification match for two now. I'm all up. Okay. I got you, Dom. I got you. It could be, but DOM, notorious DOM.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I knew it. I love what he does.
Bad news, baby. That's not going to be to WrestleMania 40 because they ain't going to happen no time this year. They will cross paths with each other. They'll eventually have to trade the belts because why is Bianca still rocking the Raw belt and Rhea the SmackDown belt on different brands? I mean, they're going to have to eventually swap those belts. Coming down soon, unless they're creating a new championship belt for the women, which I think they should because I feel like this big WWE one, I think it needs to kind of go away and build something.
The ugly belts, yeah.
I think they should build something new for it. But
I want to see Bianca and Raquel Rodriguez. That would be a really good matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually, I think the big money matchup will be Raquel and Rhea Ripley. But that's not happening anytime soon either. So,
yeah.
Well, actually, it could.
It could.
Didn't Liv and Raquel get drafted to Raw?
Oh, yeah. They're Raw.
Yo, imagine a three-way. Zoe Starks, Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Championship. Book that shit. That'd be fire.
Oh, that would be fire. Another thing, too, I forgot to say, on SmackDown, we saw To the Moon. Oh, he made his debut. I was so fucking happy that he made his debut.
My man, Cameron.
Cameron Grimes, yeah, Cameron Grimes. All right. It is time to bring in this man, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there he is. The man, the invisible hand. That is right. Let's see. Yep. Unification.
Are you still Matt Callis after the backstabbing of a century?
Oh, you damn traitor. Damn you. Is here, ladies and gentlemen, the backstabber, the invisible hand of podcasting, Matt Callis.
Where's your screwdriver? Oh, there it is.
No. With the pen instead of with the switch.
I got a pen. The pen is mightier. The pen 15 is mightier than the sword. I gotta say, he doesn't work as a babyface character. It's so awkward just having him. This character doesn't work at all as a babyface, in my opinion. So, I mean, he's got a side. Like, everybody made the Paul Heyman comparison, and that's actually pretty accurate. I mean, who remember who he learned from? He learned from Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
so
that's very, very true.
It definitely reminds me of when Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar to help the Big Show out. I remember that storyline. What up, Clark Street?
Oh, just for, what you
air dummies.
Well, he wasn't to play this clip for you because yeah,
You better watch this guy. You better watch it. I don't know about this guy.
Better watch that guy.
Yes, we gotta watch this man right here. Yes, Matt Callis, we have to watch over you. Oh no, Matt Callis won't do that to us.
Watch my YouTube channel. Watch my YouTube channel. That's what you gotta watch. MDT Universe.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is, look, I trust Matt Callis. I'm just not going to be in the same room with him with a screwdriver.
I don't think that would be either. I don't think so. Oh man,
Fix it like a stinker or whatever.
Let's see. Oh, let me see, man. Ivan, like Don Callis is a legend. I love it. Never like Kenny Omega. Ivan don't cry. Don Callis is finished. He is back as Cyrus from ECW. Damn! Oh my God!
Yeah,
Virus
he only works as a heel. And
Not yet.
He's better as a heel, always.
Definitely. We'll definitely talk about that in long form.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the director to come on in. So and here he is. Oh,
Jackson, you shall receive.
Ask and you shall receive. And
Courtesy.
there he is.
Yes.
El director.
Yeah.
He is here. That's all we can play because you got to see it on May 23rd. Am I correct?
Stop saying how much I love all the Japanese references, like to both anime and kanji and hiragana and katakana that appears on screen.
Yeah, no idea what any of it is. I'm just in the video. I'm just kidding. I don't know if any of that is real words. I don't know if that's like some shit. It might be the lyrics.
It's like the three different terms. It's like the Japanese alphabet is.
No, I understand what that means. What I'm saying is I don't know what it actually says.
Oh yeah, me either. I'm not that far along in my learning yet. I know one of the symbols.
Well, you know what time it is, baby. Let's go, man.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
Dynamite!
That is right. Dynamite that happened, wait a minute, 72 hours ago.
72 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, because Sunday would have been 96. So, yeah, 72 hours ago that happened, of course, Dynamite. Hey, you know what? This was a fucking pay-per-view for me, honestly. I actually enjoyed this fucking Dynamite. I actually really enjoyed it because it definitely had a lot of
aggression.
It did had a lot of ruthless aggression. Oh man, it did have it. So let me see here. Where are we? Yeah, baby, there we are. Ha ha ha! Love it. Look
at this, Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you have it here.
Where's Dom DeLuise at?
As we're gonna start it off, of course, with the opening matchup here. It's Double Jeopardy, okay? Not the Double Jeopardy show, but this is the Double Jeopardy here. Of course, the regulations of this match, the rules of this is the winner of this match, of course, gets the title shot of the losers' titles, which, of course, you have the Ring of Honor World Champion, Claudio Castagnoli, versus the Ring of Honor, half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Rey Fenix. Great opening match. It was fantastic. Just seeing Rey Fenix being thrown everywhere, him throwing himself everywhere, Claudio just taking all those hits, man. I might get shit on this, but a little bit kind of reminds me of a mixture of little Lucha Underground, a little bit of PWG. Just a little bit. Just a little tiny poquito. But this is awesome. This is a great opening match. I really enjoyed this. So I will take it to you, director. Give us your thought about this opening matchup. Give us your thoughts. Claudio, of course, getting the win. Now they get a shot versus the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Question, who's he going to pick? Danielson, Wheeler, or Moxley? Who's he going to pick? But break it down for us.
Yeah, this match was exactly what you thought it was going to be. It was going to be the big man throwing the little man around, and that's exactly what it was. I look mad. Cyrus turn on Kenny. Chris looked mad. Yes, I am mad. Cyrus turned on Kenny.
Lost sleep over it.
Is that? I'm trying to figure out what that means. Chris.
Oh, you talking about Don Callis?
Yeah, but why am I mad about that? And what am I looking at? Anyway,
Chris
moving on.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So yeah, the Double Jeopardy stipulation is nice, but I would have liked to have seen Phoenix win this, because it wouldn't hurt Claudio if he lost this and then won the title match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as now it's going to be someone from BCC versus the Lucha Bros for the Ring of Honor tag titles. Who does Claudio pick? It's probably going to be Wheeler, because he's the only one not involved in another sub storyline, because Moxley's got Kenny, Daniel's got, I don't know, something. And then, Daniel's the only one who's not like a traditional tag wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like him and Moxley are both like singles wrestlers separately. Claudio's been in a tag team as much of his singles career. And then Wheeler is kind of just like put him wherever. He's an auxiliary player. So that makes the most sense to me. What up, Lennox?
House of Black. Okay.
Why is everyone you look mad?
Why? I know, right? You look
mad?
Someone else you look mad too.
Yeah, the director looks mad.
No, I wasn't shocked by that at all, because I predicted this like 2 months ago.
Claudio finally got a better theme now. That is true. He did get a better theme song. Oh, let's see. Mike, what if Omega gets a Brian friend of Chris Hero?
I would like that. I would like Chris Hero. I also saw someone say that maybe Nigel McGuinness. That would be dope. But like Chris said, it's probably going to be Wheeler. So let's not get our hopes up.
Yeah,
that's right. That is right.
Little shit.
Matt Callis, break it down.
No, I'll say that the psychology of this match definitely was just your classic big heel versus your little guy at babyface. So in my mind, it seems like it was easy for both of them to put this match together. Like, oh yeah, this has all the classic, kind of I'm the power guy, I'm the jerk, and the psychology was all there. It was perfect in terms of psychology. The only thing is, I'd say if it was a pay-per-view, it would be a title match. I think this is the only thing preventing it from being a pay-per-view, was this just being like a preliminary before the title. So I think, and I guess they're saving it for Ring of Honor, though. I'm definitely on board with the Chris Hero idea, just because I think the BCC needs maybe just a little bit more numbers just to be even more of a threat. Because like I've said it in the previous weeks, you can never have too many heels. You can never have too many heels. The bad guys always need that, because it's kind of tough when the bad guys are outnumbered to kind of get the point across.
Yeah, because you always want to root for there's no such thing as an underdog heel.
Yeah, underdog heel's really tough to get across. And Don Callis is my illegitimate father.
I believe it.
You gotta watch early Don Callis to see the resemblance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Cyrus. Yeah, the Cyrus.
He was running ECW.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
We'll go back and watch him with the Truth Commission. You'll see.
Truth Commission. Bull Buchanan, fucking Kurgan, Ivory.
Oh my God.
Val Venus. No, that was
no.
It was right to censor.
Was that?
No.
That was
Kurgan. It was Kurgan.
Bull Buchanan.
No. It was Kurgan.
Bull Buchanan.
Bull Buchanan.
Bull Buchanan, and then who else was the other one? I forgot the commission.
Oh, was it somebody from? Was it Savio Vega or Godfather? No, that's still right to censor. Fuck.
Nah, yeah, you saw.
Anyway, that shit's old.
Next episode we're all gonna wear the green shirts and the red beret.
Or did they do the Imperium thing? Did they do any of this shit? I don't know.
They did. They're all.
Yeah.
De Niro, take it away, brother.
I thought that this was a really good matchup, and just like Ivan said, like it did remind me of PWG. It reminded me also of Lucha Underground. I mean, we have a former PWG champion going against a former Lucha Underground champion, so that's why. But it reminded me of the Phoenix matches that he had in Lucha Underground against Mil Muertes, where the bigger guy was tossing them around and Phoenix had to fight from the bottom. I really like this, and I like the idea of now Claudio gets a Ring of Honor tag title shot. Who his partner is going to be is going to be interesting. Like Chris says, probably going to be Wheeler Yuta, but I would like to see a surprise. Like we just saw Nigel McGuinness come back to the company. Nigel McGuinness is saying don't rule out that he might return to the ring, and Claudio and Nigel has a long history in Ring of Honor.
Can he legally do that?
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I don't want to speak on his personal problems, but you guys know why he can't compete, right?
I know.
Well, I think that what's it called?
Is it treatable?
I believe it's treatable because even before he retired, after he was already diagnosed, he went on a retirement tour before officially retiring, and he had like 10 matches afterwards.
Okay, so I thought it was a health issue. So
no, I think
it was a health issue for other people, not just himself.
Yeah, after there was a DVD documentary he put out called The Last of McGuinness, and he was talking about how it's 100% treatable. Everyone will be safe, but the reason why he doesn't want to wrestle anymore is because it was more of like a mental thing. He was signed to the WWE. That was his dream. Then was declined because of the health issues. Right. So that led to retirement. But he's looking to come back to the ring. And him and Claudio, like I
said, when he came over to NXT, I guess I had started watching NXT after his in-ring career. You know, same thing about Corey Graves. Like I think I'd only seen like one Corey Graves match before he had to transfer over to the booth. So yeah, I'm sure he's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I mean Nigel's one of the greatest Ring of Honor champions of all time. That would be awesome to see him in the ring. But it's probably gonna be Wheeler Yuta. So
yeah, or Chris Hero. How they mentioned, how Temple mentioned, maybe Chris Hero.
Yeah,
no. Sorry.
I'll say this. Maybe they're saving it for England. Maybe they're saving Nigel's comeback for England.
That would be cool, man. Wembley Stadium is going to fucking pop when you get Saraya versus Jamie Hayter and Saraya wins, and I'm going to cry black tears.
I mean, maybe it just creates more questions. Who do you think Nigel should be in a match within England?
Bryan Danielson.
Nigel versus
Danielson. You got to start that storyline yesterday, though. That shit's in August.
Yeah, I know, but that storyline writes itself. That's his greatest rival of all time.
Right, but AEW has a really good track record of not reminding us of that.
Very true.
They just throw it together and be like, remember that time 10 years ago? And we're like, I mean, I do, but who else does?
Maybe they'll show a short clip at Wembley Stadium and then give us the match. And
then, literally. And he runs out at the beginning of the match. His return is at Wembley, and we don't even. Yeah, I hope not.
You'll have Excalibur talk about the history in like 10 seconds, and that's it.
Yeah,
you remember 5 years ago they had everything? Then all of a sudden, boom.
All right, let us move on. We're doing the matches first. We'll get into the segments for last because I don't want to get too much into it. But yes, we have the AEW International Championship matchup between Orange Cassidy and Daniel Garcia, the sports entertainment, not the professional wrestler. But this match was solid. Look, I think all of us have been saying it for the last couple of weeks. This belt has been booked way extremely better than the TNT title.
Yeah.
And Orange is, as of now, has been the great. Can I say the greatest? That's kind of a bold statement. I would say great international champion.
I mean, he's literally the greatest international champion. Consider there's only been 2.5, 3 maybe at most. I mean,
he's the most iconic.
Okay, there you go. Okay,
Pac had it for like 2 weeks and like 2 defenses. Orange is on his like 20th defense. I think that number is pretty high.
Yeah. You're right. Because how many champions so far we had on this one? Before him, who was it? Who was the first?
I think it was just Pac, right?
It was just Pac.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Hey, Tony Khan.
This is the one belt they're doing right, in my opinion.
Thank you. I fucking love you because
it's the U.S. This is the U.S. title, but peak John Cena Open Challenge U.S. title status. Like Prestige Deluxe is on this belt, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. See, Tony Khan, you should. I'm assuming you learned your lesson for what you did to the TNT belt, and now you booked this one right. So I'm glad you're doing something right for once, booking this belt, keeping it prolonging on a guy like Orange Cassidy. I'm happy that you're booking him very, very well. But the TNT, Keep fucking up.
That's fucking bullshit.
Bullshit, damn it. I'm tired of his shit. I'm going to hold myself. I'm tired of it. Tired of it, Tony Khan. Bullshit. But yes, this match is great. Opening, and I like Garcia was going for the hand. You could tell he was going a little bit professional wrestling, but unfortunately, he went back to the sports entertainment. You can even, and by the way, shout out to the crowd in Detroit, Michigan. That crowd was hot.
Yeah,
that
crowd hype.
I loved it. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it, and just they were really into this match, and just seeing that, and then focusing on the hand, and I mean, Orange Cassidy kind of put over Garcia in this match in a way. I mean, you guys correct me on that I'm wrong, but this was your typical instant classic heel and face that at the end he kind of struggled, like, oh, my hand, and then he kind of struggled then with the roll up out of nowhere because of the distraction that Garcia with his sports entertainment, like, showing off. But Garcia, I think it's about one thing about his booking about Garcia. I want to digress before I pass it to you guys. They fucked it up when they put him back into Jazz. I think if they would have fucking made him dethrone Jericho for the Ring of Honor World title, we would have been talking differently and highly of Garcia. And I know what I'm about to say could be a debate of the week, but I think Garcia could have been the face of Ring of Honor right now as a world champion and made that title prestigious. Sorry, Claudio, you can't do it, but this man can. Anybody want to debate me on that?
No, I just want. Who is Wheeler the pure champion, or is it?
Yes, pure champion.
Why? It should still be Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia had it right. He lost it to Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yes.
It should still be Garcia. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll say.
I mean, there's no. Where are these belts being defended? On Ring of Honor on an app still?
Yeah.
And is that weekly or is that like once a month?
Weekly. It's weekly, but it's basically AEW Dark with the new title.
Okay, but it's still on an app, and yeah, I don't even see Wheeler holding that belt on Dynamite. So it should have been on Garcia this whole time. Let him hold it. Let him run with the I'm a wrestler, or I'm an entertainer, not a wrestler. That's the angle.
Yeah.
No,
he's better on the mic.
I'll say
so much better on the mic.
I'll agree with you on that. I'll say, in terms of experience, Daniel may not have it, but I'll say Daniel's a better speaker than Claudio. Claudio, he's not very. It doesn't seem like he's wearing his own shoes when he's cutting promos. So Daniel's much more of a talker. So if you need somebody, Daniel appears on podcasts. He talks. He, very conversational guy. He's a good storyteller. So I'd say if you want a more media savvy champion, definitely the sports entertainer, Daniel Garcia. You need, because when you're a champion, you got to represent the brand and this and that. And right now, a lot of people don't even know exist or where to watch it. If you had a more vocal kind of social champion who's like, "Hey, look at me, everybody! I'm crazy," Like Claudio's too, I'm too cool to do that. I'm tough, I'm strong, I could grapple. I'm like, but you need somebody who could talk to represent the ROH brand, so people can know where to watch it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because think about it. We're in this pop culture environment that you kind of need that type of slang, and Daniel Garcia is the guy to do it. I think Garcia could be the face of Ring of Honor to kind of put it out there for him. Like I said, I respect Claudio's performance, how you mentioned, Matt. You hit it right on the nail. However, how you mentioned, Garcia has a better talker. He has that sports entertainment side that he can fit in very well with the pop culture right now and help, attract audiences. Hey, come check out Ring of Honor, I'm the world champ. I don't know if he talks that way.
Look at the outfit he was wearing. He was in style. He's showing a little bit of belly button. That kind of thing's coming back in from the '90s. Like, look at me, I'm stylish.
The midriff, the fucking
the
Mr. Perfect.
He's fashion. He's wearing the sunglasses, the jackets,
the dance.
Oh, that's right, the dance.
Yeah, he does. You could share those clips. That's TikTok ready,
Taz on commentary saying, "I'm legit uncomfortable when he dances." Was hilarious.
Perfect.
Take it away, De Niro. Give us your thought about this matchup, brother.
I thought the matchup was really good. These guys had good chemistry, and Orange Cassidy once again showing that he's not just a comedy gimmick. He's a great wrestler, and he could go with the best of them. And I like his reign. I think that his reign has been very good with the international champion. I don't want to see him lose anytime soon. I don't know if there's anybody like that I could say, oh, he would be a good international champion. Right now, like, let Orange Cassidy continue to run with it because he's doing great. So I enjoyed this matchup.
Awesome. Oh, man.
Nice.
Matt Callis, take it away. I always catch you when you're
The match overall is very spectacular in terms of, you know, when it comes to like newer talent. Orange Cassidy, if you know his actual age, he's not that young, but he still is like presented as a young person. So Daniel's younger than all four of us. I know that for sure. And
He's like 24 years old.
Yeah, what, 24, 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a young spring chicken. So, I mean, all the opportunities to him, he got more time to shine. You know, I think right now, I mean, he's still kind of reliant on the faction that he's in. So, I mean, and he just has to spread his wings a little bit more because he's gone already through like two different factions or so, you know, or yeah, something like that. So I just need to see how he's going to be later on when he's on his own. I love the sharpshooter. I got to say, Dragon Tamer, interesting. Our new sharpshooter guy nowadays.
Okay. The director.
Yeah, if you don't take Orange Cassidy as a serious, great wrestler or on his way to being a great wrestler, you're just a filthy casual. I don't think he's been in a pure comedy gimmick in a while. He still does the things that make him who he is, the hands in the pockets, the kip up, the glasses, the hands. I love all of that. But he's not doing that as much as he used to. These are more like homages to that version of himself. And he still works it into his offense instead of like just making us laugh. I want this reign to last a lot longer too. And when he loses, it will be a shock. It'll be a holy shit moment, in my opinion. And I hate that I think they're going to have him drop it to Miro. I don't want that, but that's what I think is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a squash. And I think, did Orange Cassidy beat Miro for the TNT title? Or was that Darby?
No, that was Darby.
Oh, no, that was Sammy.
Sammy. Yeah.
Sammy. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a squash match, but I can see it happening that way, and it's going to suck.
It's got to be at least a match that almost like a Pyrrhic victory. What was it? Because was it Miro versus Darby Allin for the TNT, where Miro was really like Darby was able to get a good amount of offense or something.
I think it was Samoa Joe and Darby Allin. You talk about the one in Seattle when Samoa Joe jumped about.
I think that's what it was. Something more along those lines.
Yeah. Shout out to Vince. What is going on, Vince? Appreciate you for tuning in, my brother. Yeah. I think Orange has more potential than Sammy. Of course, I feel the same. I think he does have potential. He was Fire Ant. That's Shikara, damn it. Go back and look at his Fire Ant days. Jesus. This man does have it. Oh, man. All right. Then we got the next matchup here. That is, of course, the no holds barred match. Two incredible, fantastic upcoming talents. Yes, I'm saying that. A lot of people are going to be like, what? I guarantee you everybody's just like, why would you say incredible upcoming talent? Look at them.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What? Thank you.
They are. I don't know. I was thinking about this. Anna Jay is a pillar. I don't give a fuck. She's a pillar. She's the fifth pillar. Like, if you had to add someone without subtracting anybody, it would definitely be her. She's been there since ground zero, day in and day out. And she's taken some injuries and she's taken some bumps, but she's gotten better and she grinds and she's constantly finding new ways to find a character. It's been she's gone from like a nobody. I love the Queen Slayer gimmick. I wish that lasted a lot longer. I wish she was the exalted one. That would have been hype. But yeah, she's constantly evolving and trying to get better. She's absolutely a pillar in my book. I don't care if anyone disagrees.
Wait a minute. We gotta debate this.
Debate
right?
center.
Debate. It's this debate right here. Wait a minute. Hold on. She's the fifth pillar. I thought it was Britt Baker the fifth pillar.
Yeah,
she could be up. Okay, let's have 4 women pillars. Then it would be her, Britt Baker, and who?
Hikaru Shida,
and Nyla Rose. Yeah, there you go. There's the 4 women pillars. Fuck it.
Willow Nightingale. No, I'm joking.
No. What about Riho? What about Riho?
Rio was huge. Rio was way huger in Japan, in my opinion. I know she was the first AEW Women's Champion, but I think she had an established career when she came in, where Britt really definitely didn't, in my opinion. Anna Jay definitely didn't. She's almost like fresh off the powerhouse.
Rio was kind of over them because she's kind of, what do you call it? She was all, like you said, she had the career in Japan, and maybe she'd be like the Kenny Omega of that division, because like Kenny already had his career in Japan before.
Yeah, you wouldn't say Kenny was a pillar because he was Kenny's, in my opinion, almost bigger than AEW, obviously. So
that's kind of what I'm saying about Riho, because she already was like an established name.
We knew who she was when she won the belt. That's kind of why she won it, I think.
Yeah.
Can we make this debate of the week? Can we make it? I'm dying to do this because I want to get everybody's. And my apologies for interrupting, Mac. But I just wanted to. I want to get everybody's 4 pillars right now. I think we should fucking debate it. You know what? Fuck it. The 4 women pillars of AEW. Go ahead, Matt. The floor is yours.
So I'll say Hikaru Shida, though, she did have a career before coming to AEW, but she wasn't really like their top champion. Because like the way Rio is presented in Tokyo Joshi Pro is like, oh, she has such great pedigree for wrestling. This is like she's mastered and skilled. She's a prodigy. Almost like how MJF was. It's like how MJF was in MLW. Like, because MJF is like, oh, he's a prodigy, or Jay White, he's a prodigy, and that really wasn't around Hikaru Shida. She was kind of grinding on a lot of the smaller promotions, trying to get her name out there. She wasn't really the top girl. She debuted at the same time as Saki Akai. They were in like a tag match. She's been around a while, but she just isn't the top person. She was like a mid-carder in Japan. So she really found her feet as like the top girl over in AEW. So
you got Shida, right? That's 1.
Yeah. So it definitely would be Shida, Nyla. Nyla was there since the beginning. I remember her at the first Double or Nothing. I think if Awesome Kong wasn't in that match, it would have made that first like women's 4-way, 5-way. I think the Bunny actually also kind of deserves a spot, but she hasn't been.
Don't think that's a crazy statement. I was trying to find. I was going to throw Statlander, but she's injured too much and spent more time off TV than on TV. So.
Statlander wasn't in there on the first. She wasn't there at the first pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah, because Ali was in that first. She was under a different gimmick. She was Ali. Britt wasn't DMD yet. She was just Britt. It was Britt. It was Ali. Well, because of like mental health, I keep forgetting her name. Kylie something. What was it?
Kylie Ray.
Kylie Ray. Yeah, Kylie Ray. It was Kylie Ray, Britt Baker, Ali and Nyla Rose, and then they just threw in Awesome Kong, and then Awesome Kong kind of like overshadowed them. And then I think the psychology was already there because Nyla was actually supposed to be in the role of that big, powerful heel, like throwing the girls around and stuff. So
you have Shida, you have Nyla, you have 2 more.
Shida, Nyla, Britt was there since the first, and maybe
Britt and Anna.
And who else? So who's the last one you got?
Well, Anna came into the picture a lot later on, though. That was like Anna Jay she came in with the Dark Order, probably.
So you got Riho, like how how.
Probably, like the first time we saw Anna was maybe like a month before the pandemic, or like a few months into the pandemic. So I'd probably put Ali in there. But the only thing is Ali hasn't been as consistent on TV, and she hasn't been in as many matches. She's been too big in LA. So I guess I'd probably tie Anna and I'd probably tie Anna with Ali, the Bunny.
Okay. All right, De Niro, give us your 4. I want to hear your 4.
All right. So is the criteria they have to be in the first year of AEW or just like young up and coming talent that mean something?
I think that.
All right. So if that's the case, then definitely Britt Baker's number 1 for sure. 100%. Britt Baker's number 1. Number 2, I would say Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida definitely has put on some great matches and definitely has been holding it down. Number 3, Nyla Rose. She was someone who was there from the start and busted her ass, former champion. Number 4, people going to hate on me. People going to hate on this. They're going to shit all over it. But number 4, in my eyes, is Jade Cargill.
Randy Rhodes.
Randy Rhodes Jr. It's Red Velvet. Nah. My number 4 is Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is a young talent who her first match was on television for AEW. She's grown so much since, and I think that when her career is said and done, she's going to be one of the biggest names in women wrestling. So definitely Jade Cargill is a pillar in AEW, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I'll go. I'll say best for last director. I'm with you on Nyla. That's I'm writing them down right. Just to let you know, I'm writing them down. It's going to be a segment here. It might be a clip, all right? Nyla Rose is for sure.
Yeah.
And then Britt, of course, because she's been there. Who else could I say? You know what? I can't disagree about Cargill. I'm with you on that. It's tough because there's a lot of women. Mind you, we forgot to mention like Red Velvet. You know, she's been there a lot, you know, during the pandemic era too. Like, who else did we see there more? I mean, even Thunder, but could we say Thunder really? No, because she was already NWA made more than AEW.
Thunder Rose is one of the biggest women to cross into the AEW company.
Yeah.
What about Abaddon? Nah.
Oh, yeah.
I miss Abaddon.
You know what?
I got my 4.
Okay, I know you got your 4. I'm curious.
I got my 4.
Nyla. Okay, Nyla. I'm gonna go with Riho. I'm going with Riho. I think so. I think Riho deserves that. She deserves to be there in that 4 pillars. You know, her too. But she was a champion as well. You know, besides Shida in the first ever pay-per-view. I guess it was for the belt, right? I think which pay-per-view was that? Revolution.
No, it was the first ever episode of Dynamite. They wrestled.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rio versus Nyla.
All right, director. Best for last. I want to hear your 4.
All right. I'll go Nyla. I'll go Shida. I'm going to go Anna Jay. Because she debuted on April 1st, 2000. So that was less than 6 months from their first pay-per-view.
Okay.
Number 4, Tay Conte.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Day one-ish, man. She's been there for a minute. And she did have a career before, but that career was wasted. She was in the Mae Young Classic. People kind of don't remember any of that. So Tay Conte, absolutely. The fact they put her nowhere near a title run is unfortunate. Just give her even like almost win a match. You know,
she had like one shot when Britt was champion, but that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so that's my 4.
To be honest,
I think Jade Cargill for sure, but I think she sort of transcends like when you look at the male pillars, that's a bunch of mid-card guys who are pushing to the top, where Jade Cargill got put at the top and is respectfully maintaining that spot.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. I forgot about Tay Conti, to be honest. You're absolutely right. Because think about it, how she came from NXT, didn't do much in NXT.
She barely came from NXT, you know?
I think they had her,
they had her in the Mae Young Classic, and I think maybe 1 or 2 matches.
Yeah, and that was it.
Enough to make a name for herself.
And then she came to AEW and made a name for himself. So I'm with you. We're live, baby. What's going on? Dirty Heels, Kofi Winston. Oh, yes. I added to the list myself. All right. I know we kind of derailed on it, but very quick. I think this match was great. These 2 women beat the shit out of each other. I tell you that.
They did, bro.
That
Guerrero bomb on the chairs to the outside.
You thought it was real beef.
Yeah. I watched Dynamite. I watched AEW. Was there any storyline behind this feud, or was it just like, let's just get 2 women with black makeup to fight each other?
That's a good point, but this is still stemming back with them without them really saying it, but stemming back from when the Jericho Appreciation Society confronted the House of Black, like right after the last interview before they went into Canada and had that big main event with.
So we had to be reminded, and we still weren't reminded. And the only thing that we had to be reminded of was they used to be besties, and now they're not. And I don't remember exactly a conflict.
Yeah,
but this match started wild with the fucking chair shot or whatever guitar shot from the ramp, bro. Yeah, sick. And I was very impressed with Julia Hart. She's never really been like, she's not as. I'm gonna get hate for this. She's not as bad as Penelope Ford and Allie in the Bunny. Those women are. Okay, Penelope Ford is pretty good, but I don't think Allie is really that great. But I can see Julia Hart getting better. She just needs ring time, and they haven't been giving her that lately. And this was a fucking test for sure.
I really like the entrance too. That was a new entrance for Julia Hart. I like how
where she's singing her own song the whole time, and when she won, she was singing it immediately. I thought that was cool. It was way better. I mean, Scarlett Bordello does literally the same thing, but Julia does it better.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
If you think Ellie doesn't have 2 left feet, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. But she's worse than Lita.
Fuck! Hey, fire me, shots today, man.
You're no longer the director. You're Hot Take Chris.
You're the Hot Take Chris for
Mr.
sure.
Hot
Take.
Lita and Allie both look like they're thinking about their next move. 3 moves ahead of it. They're always like, "Wait, what's next? Oh yeah, this." You can see their feet. You can see their feet shuffling to get into position way before they get to the move.
Is it like Steve Mongo McMichael? You know?
Yeah. On top rope yesterday, we had
Lita is the Mongo McMichael of speeches of the feet.
Oh man, this is like
I'm done with Mongo talk. We talked for like 25 minutes about how Mongo botched every single thing he did.
WrestleBotch has a 30-minute Mongo mic drop. It's the greatest thing ever. Shout out to Ryan from WrestleBotch.
That's right. And mind you, we're talking about the wrestling, all right? We're not talking the personal Mongo. Yeah. Shout out for my.
No, I'm pretty sure that's even worse. You know, Steve Austin stole his wife. So I mean,
wow, that's for sure.
Shout out to Deborah and the Puppies.
Yes. Shout out to Brian Cook. What's going on, my Chi-Town brother? Yes.
Brian Cook.
On? Yes, I'm with you too about Tate Conti really needs to get back in the ring and be a killer instead of being a side piece like for Sammy. That's for sure. P.S. NJ Julia Hart beat the stuffing. The shitting.
Yeah, that was. I wouldn't say match of the night, but it was definitely like it was a surprise match of the night. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh man, for sure. Matt Callis, you want to take it away on this one? Give us your take.
Yeah, this is another case of I guess House of Black really is now a babyface faction since Anna Jay is still a member of JAS. So it's a new kind of love. I think she's going to be Julia Hart's going to get pretty popular, like even more popular as the months roll on. And I wouldn't be surprised seeing her in like any type of title picture or any kind of like, I'll say program feud, any type of high profile feud with anybody. Like, don't be surprised if you see Julia Hart versus Saraya or something like that down the line. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. So she's really, I guess this is her big kind of babyface moment, more or less. This is kind of her big, like, this is now a top 8. I guess this is going to be like our girl Undertaker, more or less, of AEW.
Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely the gimmick. I don't think they're hiding that like homage to Taker.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say she's like debuted as a babyface. I think she's debuted as a respectable in-ring performer. I think like because I think the momentum of House of Black is kind of like by proxy she's a face. I don't even know if House of Black is technically a face because they're anti-heroes.
Like
but
Dark.
Yeah, like you cheer her because she's with House of Black, but you don't just cheer her because she's her. But I think I think the crowd is now, their eyes are opening. Like when Britt Baker did that hardcore match with Thunder Rosa and I claimed she's the new Queen of Extreme, that was like an eye-opener for Britt Baker, in my opinion. And I think this is what we're going with Julia Hart, where people are going to start to see her as a respectable in-ring performer and not just the cheerleader.
It was the, I guess, the kind of deal when it was like Hikaru Shida versus Britt Baker, and Britt Baker had that bloody nose. And it was like, that was like the beginning of, it was like when the pandemic started. And
yeah, and that's when she stopped being a heel, even though she acted like it. She was the anti-hero. the heel that you cheered.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I think that's where Jay. That's where well, hopefully Jay gets there, but Julia for sure is now. People are like, oh, she can go for sure.
Good. I guess for Julia, it's like the more heels you put her against, I think the more people will really cheer for her. Maybe they might start her out with either the Outcast or maybe her next match might be Tay Conti in the coming week. It'll be either Tay Conti or the Outcast, or maybe I don't know. There might be some kind of. It's like, are we that part of the Outcast or are we part of JAS? We're kind of aligned with the bad guys, so
right. Well, you can have heels in separate factions not aligned with each other too.
Yeah, very true.
So I wouldn't stop watching AEW, but if we did a corporate ministry thing, I would fucking I hated that. You really want to ruin my Attitude Era? That was the moment.
Don't do it.
I was such a ministry fan. But then when it became the corporate ministry, I was like, no.
It's me, Jim. It was me.
How do I have that clip before?
How do you fucking put the Undertaker and Naked Midian with Ken Shamrock?
It was me all along, Jim Cornette.
I mean,
you bought it. You all bought it.
To play devil's advocate, right? I'm not saying by any means I was a fan of the corporate ministry, but if you look at the names in that faction, that might have been one of the most stacked factions of all time.
Well, no, literally it was. That was,
Triple H and Undertaker in the same faction.
It was, and The Rock. It was
The Rock. Yep.
It was designed to be that way, but then it was just like that's just the whole roster. This was like every heel in the company on one team, and I think the only faces left after that was Mankind and Austin. I think those are the two, opposites.
And Kane.
It was just too stacked. I like when they were separate, and it just didn't. I don't know. I was the really goth thing, and then the corporate thing. Just that those didn't make sense. Those just to me didn't make sense. That'd be like putting House of Black with, I don't know,
with Jazz. If you bet with Jazz,
with Jazz, like you're talking about, where like you have like a comedy gimmick, and then you have a dead serious Taker style gimmick. You put them together, it's gonna be you can't serious up a comedy gimmick. It's just going to be, you're going to comedy up the serious gimmick. And that's what that is.
I could just picture Jericho looking at Aleister like how Shane looked at Taker walking down the ramp. Remember back at the Attitude, giving him that, like he was going to fuck him or something. Like just give him that look. Just giving him that look. And I can just picture Jericho giving him that look. Like, we're not going to see Malachi just walking and then I can see Jericho's looking at him like give him that smirk smile. Like, it's just like fucking Shane. I can just picture that shit already. That would be so weird as fuck if that ever happens.
Jericho's like, I am going to give you a body massage after.
This is me right now, and if you know, you know. I don't know if you know this one.
Oh, yes, I know what you I do know that one.
One of the best clips of all time.
Yes, it is. I need to get. You know what? I'm gonna get that fucking clip next week for sure. I need to get it.
Dude, it's so good.
It is. It is. Go ahead, De Niro.
This matchup was another good matchup. I thought it was a nice surprise because I wasn't expecting this to be a really good matchup, but it ended up being really fun to watch. Julia Hart, if you guys know Julia Hart, what's going on, Matt? Julia Hart is like 20 years old, if I am not mistaken. She's very young.
At that, she debuted at like 18 for sure in the Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah, so if she's
Varsity Hollywood Blondes, whatever.
Varsity Blondes.
Yeah.
So if she is this good at 20, imagine where she's going to be at like 25, 30. Like, she got a really bright future. And I believe Anna Jay is also like, what, 21, 22?
24.
So
her and Jungle Boy are the same age, I think. Yeah.
They're 24.
Very young. Yeah, these two women are going to have a really good future. And right now they're showing what they could do. So hopefully AEW gives them more time. You know, we talked about Collision being a opportunity for the women to have more of an opportunity. So that's being a opportunity for the women to have more time, not opportunity to be more opportunity. I have bad allergies right now. My allergies are killing me. But anyway, so yeah, I definitely think that this was a great matchup, and it just shows what they could do in the future. So hopefully they get more of a chance.
Anna JT Conti Julia. Oh, I like that. Oh shit! Imagine Abaddon in the House of Black.
That would be a good match. I would like that match. I don't want Abaddon to join House of Black. I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought about it that long. That might be kind of cool. But, that'd be a fun match.
That would be. And no, imagine I can see it
in like a real lights out match. That would be sick.
You know what?
Not that fucking Mountain Dew Extreme Team Baja Beat I passed. Oh shit.
But how about this though? How about we have that, and then this is where Abaddon makes her appearance, and she could be Julia Hart's Midian.
She would be Midian.
Like,
she would be Midian. She would be Midian. Absolutely. That's. I already know that. I think she's even spoken that she weirdly is influenced by Midian, which is okay. Phineas, Godwin, cool. Weird. No one's ever name dropped that guy in their inspirations. Now, don't go naked, Midian. We don't need naked Abaddon.
No, we don't need naked
Abaddon.
Abaddon.
I'm just saying that wasn't the best gimmick. It was an attitude gimmick.
All right, now let's move on to the open house match for the AEW Trios title. By the way, I wanted to mention I love the new belt design. What do you think I put them right here? Because it's almost similar to it. That black and little silver, what they did. I don't know if you guys noticed it. They got rid of that gold one.
No, because the lights are never on during these matches.
Oh my god, they need to stop doing this Sin Cara shit. I love you, House of Black, but that little lights thing, I don't know. If you guys kind of noticed, the crowd was like, huh? Like, what, like they were up and down just a little. They weren't too much involved. You love it?
Yeah, like I'll just go real quick. I loved it just for the fact that it gives their matches a different feel. I like that if this is their rules, if this is like the House of Black rules, then it, to have it feel like a different aura in the arena when they come out. Like, I think that adds to them. And it wasn't like overbearing. This isn't the red light where, Kane was wrestling back in 97 with the red light. It was hard to see him because he was all red, and they had enough of a spotlight on the ring that you could just see the ring. And kind of like what Tony Schiavone said on commentary, I like the fact that it felt like old school wrestling. Like, if you ever go back to like the old like tapes of WWF in Madison Square Garden, the whole arena is blacked out and you just have a spotlight on the ring. And that's
UFC does that too, and it's super helpful.
Yeah, I always like that look. So I think that's pretty cool. So I wasn't hating on this at all.
Shout out to Nick Arias from the Ring Fanatics podcast, man. I hope they keep starting real.
Yeah, old school.
I
wouldn't say fan, I'd say peer, because he runs a podcast too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Also, shout out to Baja Blast, the rapper from LA, who makes a cameo in our Wish You Would video. Go follow her on Instagram. Just a little friendly shout out. It's Baja with an H though. Trademark pending.
There you go. Oh man, Matt Callis, go ahead. Give us your thoughts about this trios matchup.
It's a little bit different with Bandito instead of Orange, kind of in the mix. So it's a weird Bandito being outside of like his regular Luchador squadron, because like I think I would have liked it if it was like Bandito and Laredo Kid and Hijo del Vikingo. Like if it was that kind of Hijo del Vikingo, like if it was that kind of team, then this I would have liked it. But this, I don't know. He didn't seem to, it didn't seem to fit these two different things. It's kind of like, I think Best Friend should have had like somebody who has kind of like a history with them. Is more kind of closer to their gimmick, maybe some kind of like nerdy wrestler guy.
Rocky Romero would have been the guy.
Yeah.
Roppongi Vice, that would have been your Roppongi Vice Best Friends version.
I think Rocky Romero would have been a better choice, and then they could have used their Roppongi. So, because Roppongi Vice and Best Friends were actually going on simultaneously.
Sorry, I'm watching fights. Knockout.
I think in the in the Roppongi Vice hip hop song, that's their entrance theme. They even reference Best Friends in that song, as well. I love House of Black. I think once they lose the titles, I think it will be I think Malachi and I think all three of them have really good singles careers in the making. I just kind of hope none of them. I hope Buddy Matthews finds a good space to work in because I don't want any of them to be the Marty Jannetty of their team. You know, Malachi has so many great kind of dream one-on-one matches you can do with them, and as well as Brody King as well. Like more of the big guy, like especially him in like the super heavyweight division with like your Lance Archers and your Jake Hagers and and Luchasaurus and Brian Cage, all your big fellas. You can do cool stuff with them. So
speaking of big stuff, Temple, which I literally forgot about that Demonic Flamita and Black Taurus did beat the House of Black, which was Malachi and Brody King for the PWG tag team titles. So they're the tag team champions. They could have been the team with them and Bandito or Laredo Kid.
That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm. That would have been actually epic to see. House of Black loses the titles to Rush. Oh, maybe that could be too. To LIJ, Los Ingobernables. Okay. All right. Director, the floor is yours.
I like these matches. The best friends dynamic, they almost have like a Freebird rule. I mean, they literally have a Freebird rule where it's like any two plus any third who's just around can be in the best friends and get a title shot. And that's all right. I ain't mad at that. What I think is confusing to the fans is you really have to pay attention to who's legal in these matches. Because I was watching this and they hit that trio finisher, Tower of Terror, whatever the fuck it's called. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it's over. Who was who got the pin? So it's very confusing when you're just like watching the match and then you got to figure out like keeping track of who's legal, who's getting the pin, when's the finisher coming. It was over before I really even felt like the match had started. But other than that, the right people won the match, obviously. And I hope that the crowd doesn't dictate like House of Black becoming stagnant. Like there's kind of like the Basham brothers, the Boulder brothers, the fucking Eric Bludgeon brothers. Yeah, I hope it doesn't become like that where people are just like, okay, we get it. And then they're kind of like, now we're bored. I hope that's not what happens to House of Black. They need a just keep Julia Hart on the mic. Let her be the only one that talks. Let her dictate everything. Let her pop the crowd. And I think they should be okay.
Okay. Awesome. All right. We'll see how they be booked in the next. I know they're booked. We're not even there at Double or Nothing yet. We'll get there eventually. I know they're defending the title against the Acclaim and Billy Gunn. We'll see how that turns out to be. We'll see how the promos will start to that. But like I said, I'll save the segments for last because I want to get through the matches first. And of course, the main event, which you damn backstabber you. Yes, I'm looking at you, the one under Mike De Niro. Your father turned his back. By God, Kenny Omega. That's right. Jesus. Why? Why, Matt? Why did you do this? Tell me why. Because I'm pretty sure. Look, the whole fans, when they saw that shit happening, they couldn't believe it. Damn.
There's a clear open parallel. My direct parallel is Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar to side with the Big Show. And once again, like it goes into history, Don Callis trained by Paul Heyman. So, he learned a lot from him. So I guess this is Kenny is Don Callis's Brock Lesnar. And I guess the theory is that it's not Moxley that Don Callis is going to be managing. That's going to be Will Ospreay. I don't know where they're going to go with this. Who his new guy is going to be. Like it, Chris, if they go with your prediction, because you're definitely right about the turning part, but Konosuke Takeshita would be kind of cool if they're giving the managerial duties to a new guy. That would be kind of because Takeshita needs a voice to speak for him. So who better than Don Callis? And
so you're saying that Don didn't turn on the Elite to join Blackpool. He just turned on Elite and then he's going to go find something else?
Well, because a lot of people are saying it's Will Ospreay right now, but I want it.
Will Ospreay doesn't need a mouthpiece, though. I mean, he's not good on the mic, but at least he's trying.
No, I'm talking about
the thing makes sense, but like Takeshita's heel turn hasn't happened yet either.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying it should be the explanation. I think next week we'll find out if it is Takeshita. I'm definitely for the Takeshita because Takeshita needs the mouthpiece because he doesn't. Takeshita 100% needs the mouthpiece. Like all love to those who understand or speak Japanese, but like he definitely does at this point in his career, you know. So I think it would be really kind of good, like a heel Takeshita with the mouthpiece will help him really be seen as that, like, you know, as a future champion, as a dangerous, like, top guy. You know, that'll be good to see. You know, this is the kind of thing I think also Nakamura needed, you know, in his days in WWE. Just like a guy like Don Callis, who better? So in that instance, you know, because I don't see any of the other guys in Blackpool Combat Club being paired with Don Callis all that well. It doesn't seem to fit. Don Callis is no William Regal, and there doesn't seem to be I don't know what history Don Callis has with any of the Blackpool Combat Club guys.
I got a big theory, but I'm gonna wait until you finish. Then I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead.
That'll be all. Kenny could have his revenge at Wembley or whatever is going on, but I don't think I need to see any more Kenny versus Moxley. This one was pretty good. They got a little bit weapon friendly. I'm not that disappointed. Some of the weapon stuff was kind of cool, but I think they definitely got plenty of fists, and they got plenty of punching, and they got plenty of wrestling in as well. So it's a little bit of this and that, column A and column B. So I think Kenny could go up against any of the other, like probably Kenny versus Claudio. I hope they kind of pull the trigger on in it sooner or later after this. But I definitely give the match maybe like 3 out of 5 if I had to give it out of 5. So.
Well, was there a pin at the end of this match?
Yeah, there was.
There was a pin, right? Okay, so technically it was a match. Technically it was a match.
Yeah, so three count on Kenny with the help of with Don Callis hitting him with the screwdriver. So.
He took my fucking line. I was gonna save it, but fucking yes, that's my theory. What Temple just put. Don Callis turned on Kenny Omega because he's bringing in Kota Ibushi. How evil could that be? Book it. Mind games. Yes, I'm gonna fucking play it.
That would pop. That would pop the hardcores. Unfortunately, they cater to the hardcores in a way.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Give me what I want.
That's my theory, Matt Callis. Why you turned on Kenny Omega? Damn it.
Heel Kota Ibushi then.
He's hell yeah. What else? Okay, think about this. Callis was probably on the phone with Kota Ibushi when he left. And then think about it. Maybe Kota Ibushi, even though Kota Ibushi mentioned that New Japan offered him a big money, they might go back. They reconcile the differences. But, that's Dirt Sheet Dan's job, not my job here. But, hey, we will see. But all I know is that will be the greatest booking of all time there. Turning Kota and, mind you, Konosuke Takeshita as well alongside with Don Callis and Kota Ibushi. They can start building their fucking faction, their own version of the Elite, their own version of Golden Lover, okay? And Kota Ibushi turning his back on his best friend, Kenny Omega, and book that match at All In at Wembley. Two best friends going at it, or even at Forbidden Door, you could do that.
That'll be
that. I mean, that's Chris even said it. That will pop if that
either
happens.
Way. I'll say that they definitely, like, Kota Ibushi also needs a mouthpiece like Don Callis. So I think that's perfect. Keep Don Callis as a heel. We need him as a mouthpiece for those who can't speak English. So because people already like Kenny, he doesn't need Don. So I think without Don, Kenny's going to be a lot more likable right now. He's going to be like, oh man, Kenny's outnumbered. Yeah, what's he going to do against all these bad guys? And then once again, it goes back to my whole, we could never have too many heels. So it's good that they're outnumbered. I hope it'll be kind of cool if the Elite is outnumbered, or if they're like a man short in Blood and Guts or something. That way, like, their victory is going to even look better if they get it by the skin of their teeth. Like, oh, the good guys prevailed, outnumbered. It seems kind of perfect. So yeah, outnumber them, give them all like the cheating and help, and the good guys prevailing, everybody's going to like it. And I think Kenny's going to reach a higher level of babyface lovability that he didn't have before.
Okay. De Niro.
First, the match, right? The matchup I thought was great. These two guys always have amazing chemistry, no matter what stipulation. But there was the lights out, even the barbed wire exploding matchup. Fuck the ending. That was a great matchup. This matchup was a really good matchup. Kenny and Jon Moxley, like they've been feuding since day one. Like the first ever Double or Nothing event ended with Kenny and Jon Moxley fighting all through the crowd. So it's really cool to see them go back to the well with this, and I enjoyed it. I was very shocked by the end. First of all, I'm glad that Kenny is okay because that was a nasty, nasty spot where he hit that V trigger on Jon Moxley and went through the cage, and then he had his leg caught. That could have been really bad.
That was like the Lesnar thing with Goldberg, I think, right? Where Lesnar speared the Lesnar through the cage, and I don't think the cage was supposed to break on that.
No, it was supposed to. According to what I was like listening to, everything else, that it was supposed to happen that way.
No, I meant on the Lesnar Goldberg one. If I'm remembering that correctly, someone went through the cage. It wasn't supposed to break.
No, that was Lesnar and Roman Reigns, the one in Saudi, the one they went through that. That was supposed to happen either.
That was the one that was like that looked like it was supposed to happen, but it was not.
Yeah. So it was a nasty spot because Kenny Omega's leg got caught between the cage and the ring, and that could have been a torn ACL, MCL, meniscus, all that, right? So I'm glad that he's okay, but I was shocked by the end. I knew that Don Callis didn't fit with them, right? Because especially with this babyface turn for the Elite, Don Callis is just too good of a heel, and he would do nothing for them as a babyface. So I thought they were just going to like kind of separate them instead of like quietly separate them. I know that Don Callis was going to turn on him, so that was a surprise. And I was saying last night on Top Rope, I thought that this was definitely going to lead to a heel Takeshita, but I like Ivan's idea a whole lot better. Like, if this leads to a heel Ibushi and Ibushi comes in, then that's going to be an amazing storyline. And I feel like that's a storyline that Kenny Omega could sink his teeth in. So I'm all for that. But overall, this was a really good main event.
Oh, man. Director.
Yeah, wow. I remember Kenny in that match with their first match where they'd peeled back the mat and they had done like a superplex or a German from the top rope onto the planks. And Kenny had said that was the most pain he'd ever been in a match. And then we move, 2-3 years later, they're still doing the damn thing. Good match up until it was over. Ivan said something in the DMs where I've been predicting this Don Callis thing the whole time. Like the moment the moment he got attacked backstage, I'm like, oh, it's Don Callis. But it happening this soon, I thought we were all waiting for a pay-per-view is the big thing right there. Because we thought this was going to happen on a much bigger stage, not on a Dynamite. And I don't see Don going anywhere but Blackpool. It just doesn't make sense to me that he would turn on someone, align him, help Blackpool get the win, and then just go off and do his own thing. That, to me, there's no story there. And then turning Takeshita, like, that would have happened already. It would have been Takeshita and Don at the same time turning on him. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe all of Blackpool came out, then the Elite came out like they did, and then Takeshita came out, and then they both turned, and then there's your big reveal. That would have been cool to put some international flair into Blackpool. But I think Don is going to stick with Blackpool. I think that was the move the whole time. I think he doesn't feel safe with the Elite, might be the angle. Like, if he's going to keep getting attacked by the Blackpool, the only way to stop them is to join them. I think that's going to be the chicken shit story that he's going with, which makes plenty of sense if you know the history of Don Callis in pro wrestling. He always goes where the grass is safer and the paychecks are greener. And I think that's what's going to play out. And hopefully we get him on the mic next Wednesday.
Ah, man. Does he fit though? The thing is, here's the thing.
Does anybody fit? The thing about Blackpool is like nobody fits per se. And that's what fits.
The captain.
I could debate that, but okay, we'll go ahead, Matt.
You think Wheeler and Daniel Bryan deserve to ever be in the same channel together?
Why not? You got an upcoming star.
Wheeler Yuta is he's oh god, don't even start. He's good in the ring. Debate
me, damn it! Come on. Divided, man. Let's go.
Debate of the week, part 2.
Part 2 debate of the week.
I don't think, like I said, Steve Wheeler Yuta makes Steve Blackman look like The Rock for his chemistry.
What? What the fuck? Really?
Wheeler
Captain Personality over here. You think him and Captain Charisma could share the mic together? We saw what happened when he tried to say anything to MJF. He got destroyed. Even Daniel Bryan says he's a little shit.
He's a, what do you call it? You said a black hole. Like you could see Charisma being sucked out of the room.
Yeah. Like the guy is not bad in the ring, but he just isn't. No one's tuning into Blackpool to see Wheeler. Like if he wasn't there, you wouldn't be like, man, I wish Wheeler was in Blackpool. It should have been Daniel Garcia. Should have been Daniel Garcia. God damn it! I really want that decision.
That's probably why they need Don Callis, Kota Ibushi, and Konosuke Takeshita, so you don't have to see too much of Wheeler.
Yeah, should have been Garcia, and then I'm curious. I'm curious about the Don Callis. My prediction is probably the most linear, predictable decision. I just want to hear him explain it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll find out next Wednesday for sure.
Hopefully, you might. It'd be really funny if he just goes off TV for a month.
I think so too, right? I think imagine if he does, but man, well, what a good main event overall. But before, like I said, now we get into the segments. Now let's get into the segments because the couple of segments that I want to just key segments. I don't want to go over them. You guys pick whichever you got you invested. Of course, want to just say briefly, thank God. You piece of shit, Tony. I know I'm fucking Christmas. You, Tony Khan, you finally, thank you. Because where is Miro? And now he's here. We saw him. The Redeemer's back. And then Thunder Rosa, too. She made her appearance as well, but going to Tony Khan's office. Yeah, and we're giving you shit, Tony Khan.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Take this shit. Because I'm tired, and I know why you're bringing them. Because of Collision coming up, you're gonna use them for that roster. I guarantee, even though you mentioned earlier, De Niro, that there's no roster breakup, but I feel like he's gonna use them for that, maybe. Or like how Chris said earlier about the Orange Cassidy, maybe he's gonna be the one that's throwing them. Who knows? Or maybe bring him back to be the TNT champion to fucking elevate that title where it used to be when he was the TNT champion. Thunder Rosa, I don't know if
Miro and Wardlow would be a good match. Miro versus
Christian and Wardlow?
No, Miro and Wardlow.
Oh, hell yeah. I would love to see that. And then you have Christian.
They passed the belt around like 5 times.
You have Christian, of course, who, the whole crowd didn't let him speak at all. Notice that. And then Detroit really fucking squashed this man. I don't know if I can say I'm invested of him going after the TNT belt against Wardlow. I don't know where is that coming into play. We'll see what happens with that. One thing, and then of course the Outcast. I guess is going to happen next week. I think they're facing next week against Britt, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida. That's going to happen next week. And then one thing, which is your boy De Niro. I'm gonna tell you right now, your boy, your band, Double J, double whatever the hell. I don't even want to say it.
It is JEFFJKRRETT.
Jeff Jarrett.
He is great. I would say of how to tell stories. That segment and that ring with Briscoe, and then they're taking the drink, and then Sanjay throwing that drink. And then FTR power driving Briscoe, assuming because they were blind, so they didn't know. That's your old school, typical TNA. We've seen it at WWE. Yeah. We've seen it in on a WCW. Old school type of way to get something started. Like the middleman getting like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that to me? Like, and everybody's like, oh my god, what have I done? I guarantee you, this was Jeff Jarrett's idea. As much as nobody. It can't be FTR's. I respect FTR. Can't be Sanjay's or the rest of the.
It was Satnam's idea. No,
what? It was Jeff Jarrett's idea. I like this. We're just going with it for Double or Nothing. Now that Briscoe's going to be the the guest referee. Let's see how this is going to turn out to be. I'm liking this story, to be honest with you. I'm not mad about it. I'm actually pretty impressed. This is where Jared belongs. Behind the scenes, knowing how to tell stories. Not in a fucking ring, okay? Jared, no. You take away.
Did you see his match with Dax 2 weeks ago?
It was yes, we talked about
great
it. Great
matchup. If you're that age and you're in that shape and you can still put on great matches, you also belong in the ring. That's how I see it.
100%, Ric Flair.
Woo! And then we get those segments that the Four Pillars did. We got Sammy's story, we got Jungle Boy's story, we got Darby's story, MJF being the Paul McCartney one, hair out of the Beatle one. You compared each other. I like that reference. Good promos, not to start it, because now we got the trials and tribulations out of the way, right? And now we're getting the promos coming up within the next 2.5 weeks, because we're heading into Double or Nothing coming up on Memorial Day weekend, May 28th. So we're going to get that for sure, the booking of the promos, and which is good. But that's
I don't mean to
another
cut you
debate
off.
topic for
Double
another
or
time.
Nothing is the day after Night of Champions?
Right after Night of Champions. Yep. Right after.
Bruh.
Right, exactly. It's right after. Right after. Exactly. And then
I know it's in the same weekend.
Rampage spoilers. The only one spoiler is the segment of the Hardys coming out, thanking everybody. Hey, thank you so much. We deleted the firm. With the firm deletion. Delete. That's right. And then Ethan Page earlier make amends with the guns to help him out against the Hardys. They came out, challenged the Hardys. Matt Hardy says, one stipulation: if we win, we own Ethan Page's contract. So it looks like it's gonna. I don't know what's going on with Ethan, man. The firm is done. I don't know what's going on, but sorry, that's the only spoiler Rampage I'll give you guys. The matches I won't. I think Matt should watch it because Kyle Fletcher is on Rampage. Action on Brady and Kyle Fletcher is going to be a banger. I would watch that if I were you. That's today. And that's it. That's all I have for the segments. I don't know which one you guys want to talk about, which one you guys get you more invested, or you want to go through brief overall. I'll take it to you, Matt Callis, very quick. Which one got you invested over these segments on Dynamite?
I think I'm going to just do an overall. I'm not going to go segment by segment. I like that they brought back Thunder Rosa and Miro. I think we'll get a lot of good matches out of them and mixing it up with whoever else. I think Thunder Rosa and Saraya would be kind of cool down the line. But I think another thing is Jeff Jarrett and everything that's going on in his world. Jesus. Bato, I don't know the lyrics. I can't. That guy's the guy singing that theme. I can't understand him. I have the song on my phone now, though. So
see what you did to Nero. Now you got him having on the phone now.
Hey, the battle, big D. You will see a king. Jeff Jarrett. I mean,
wonderful.
I kind of hope I get some good Jeff Jarrett singles matches in the oncoming weeks. Satnam Singh, I don't know who he reminds me of at the moment, though.
Don't say Kali. Do not say Kali because he's just not a Kali.
No, I'll say this though. Like what Jeff Jarrett was saying about Satnam on his interview with Jericho is like he's a basketball player, so the footwork is there. We just got to work on everything else. That's why I'll say I reckon. Now,
NBA.
What's up?
Satnam was the first Indian-born national to sign to the NBA.
I like how Matt's impression of Jeff Jarrett sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, no,
I'll say.
I'll say he's a good basketball player. I'll say.
Now I say, boy. Now I say, boy, be. Now I say, boy. That's a joke, son. It's a joke. Foghorn Leghorn. Tennessee's pretty close to Kentucky, So
they touch.
Yeah, they touch. Maybe that'll be like maybe whoever feuds with Jeff Jarrett, that'd be a good way to make fun of him. It's like, Jeff Jarrett, you sound like Foghorn Leghorn. And show up with a but that'll be all.
All right. Director.
I like Satnam Singh a lot. You can see that he tries not to smile every time the camera is near him. You can see he's a jolly giant, for sure. And putting him in a serious role is cool. Like I get it for now. I'm more entertained by him than I am by the entire body of work by Omos. I can't wait to see more of Satnam Singh down the line and see what they do with him. I just think he's funny, and I think he knows that. He's just put in a serious role where he's just like trying not to laugh. And who else earned their paycheck on Dynamite was Raquel Paquette. She is allowed to bring her personality to the mic, and I love her interactions with people. Her interview with Orange Cassidy, I was like, bro, that's so funny. Where Orange Cassidy was like, Renee, I'm tired. Me too, bud. I was like, bro, I love that she's just not doing the same old fucking vanilla interview, show your teeth and just walk away. Like she's really living it up over there, and I hope she's having a lot of fun. And that's pretty much it. Not a bad Dynamite at all. Things happened. Storylines progressed. Storylines are pushing towards the pay-per-view, and we'll see what happens.
De Niro.
So I'm going to go one by one here, and I'm going to be very long-winded. So, just like what's called everyone else. Overall, I think that fun segments. I was just most impressed by the way they handled Miro and Thunder Rosa's return because it had a sense of realism. Miro's been very vocal on social media that he wants, out of his AEW contract just because he is, not being used. So Miro finally appears, and it's not to start a new storyline or start a new feud or attack somebody. He's finally back on the show. And what does he do? He goes to confront the boss. He goes into Tony Khan's office, right? Which I thought was
a shoot video. That wasn't supposed to air. That was
Stone Cold Miro.
You notice the cameraman who went all the way up to his face.
Yeah. And I wanted to bring CJ with him. Like, I fucking goddamn it. She was so good. I mean, she wasn't great, but like she's a missing piece to the Miro puzzle for sure.
Well, they were a great package together.
Do you guys think there's going to be a Stone Cold Miro storyline then? Like,
he's going to put Tony Khan in the accolade, or what does he call it? The game over?
Yeah, the Dave and Buster bad guy.
But no, yeah. And then when they had Thunder Rosa do it too, I thought that was interesting because it's a very similar situation. Thunder Rosa's been, I don't know if you guys watch AEW All Access after Dynamite, but it's been a lot of Thunder Rosa shit talk on that show. Like, they're constantly showing Britt Baker shit talking Thunder Rosa backstage, and Thunder Rosa was very vocal on social media about, AEW's constantly just like promoting and showing these women backstage shit talking me, but never give me an opportunity to like really say my piece. And then she even said something like, oh, this is a problem starting at the top because if Tony Khan would have allowed me to have an opportunity to say my piece. So for her to come back as well and want to go confront Tony Khan, I think that was really cool. That reminded me a lot of a Vince Russo storyline where it was, hey, you know what? If there's real life problems, we're going to air it out on TV because that's what we do. It's realism, right? Realistic storylines, realism is going to always be more interesting than the I'm better than you are. You're the best in the world. No, I'm the best in the world. I wrestled in Japan, blah, blah, blah. I think it's always going to be more interesting when you know that there's real life animosity or real life heat. So just those small little things of two people who are disgruntled with the organization walking into the boss's office. It was really interesting for me. I liked it.
Stone Cold Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line because Thunder Rosa said so.
That's right. All right. All I can say for me is I enjoyed everything. I want to see what's going to be the outcome for Miro and Thunder. And I want to see what happens to Ethan Page because that's where I'm like, what happens to Big Bill and Lee Moriarty?
That's a wasted. Like, they just can't figure.
They had it. They fucking had it. But
he was with. He was with Scorpio, and then he was with some other thing, and then some other thing, and then some other thing.
They should
keep Big Bill the All-Atlantic champion. He should have been whatever the European champion. I don't know.
Big Bill and the boys could be trios champions, so they could be the big ass boys.
The big ass boys.
The big Bill ass boys.
The big Bill ass boys. But you know what? Before we close it out here, very quick. Next week, of course. the preview. We already mentioned one of them, the 6-woman matchup, but they haven't mentioned all the card yet. But I know this should be over because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of Ricky Starks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Ricky Starks getting booked very well, but Jay White is what I've been digressing about. I hope they move forward with this. I thought they were going to wait until Double or Nothing. Well, I'm glad they're doing it now. I'm hoping they book something better for Jay White and rock hard Juice Robinson for Double or Nothing, hopefully. And, of course, we forgot about talking about the segment that happened on Dynamite, Jericho with Renee Paquette. And
I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
I know you are. You're excited for it. And Roderick Street, Jericho was like, okay, you want to fight me? But, Adam Cole can't come in the ring and can't be around the arena. Roderick introduced him a document as well. Well, guess what? Your JAS is banned from ringside and from the whole arena as well. So we're gonna have this.
That was pretty funny. That was pretty clever.
Yeah. I was just waiting for Jericho to say, "You stupid idiot," but he didn't say it.
That match is going to be a dream come true for Roderick Strong because I remember listening back like a long time ago, Roderick Strong on the Art of Wrestling podcast. Growing up, his favorite wrestler was Chris Jericho, and the reason why he does the Stronghold, which is the Boston Crab, was because how big of a fan he was of Jericho doing the Walls of Jericho. So it's going to be awesome to see him finally step into the ring with the guy he idolized.
That's very true, and I totally, really forgot about that. And then what else is happening next week? I'm just trying to see. That's pretty much what I have so far. Nothing else has been announced. Besides the women's tag, 6-man, that's it. Nothing else next week. I guess we'll see how they're gonna start building those championships heading into Double or Nothing because they don't got enough time. I mean, we got 2 weeks. They got 2 more Dynamite episodes. So I hope they start building them up and but you know what? They haven't even announced matches yet for Dynamite. I mean for Double or Nothing. We only have the main event and the tag and the trios tag. That's it. We haven't
and the tag title match. It's going to be Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus FTR with Mark Briscoe as the special referee.
Mm-hmm. And does Mark Briscoe turn, stay? They got to figure out that situation.
Yeah.
Yes. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another great, fantastic episode here of 152. You see, we told you we're going to revamp things around. I hope you guys like the new graphics. You like everything all.
Super nice. Love it.
Yes, and also now I'm adding this for the finale because you can follow these individuals on their Instagram right below. If you see right under the names, at Chris Kennedy Guitars, of course, at MGC_ONK, of course, Mike De Niro at the Rest of the DeLorean Pod, of course, at Circle Debate. You can follow us there, right there on IG. I'm more on the COD than my personal one, so I don't do anything on my personal. So don't even try to follow my personal one at all. I do more with.
Hey, you like my post on your personal one? No, I'm joking.
I know, man.
That's all he does. He shows love. That's it. That's all that matters.
No, I'm joking.
I show love. But yes, and also wanted to wish everybody, of course, because tomorrow's Mother's Day. This is why we did it today instead of Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to everyone's mothers out there. Everyone, regardless if it's real or not, doesn't matter. Just happy Mother's Day to whoever has raised you and put you, and guide you to the world where we're at today. Wish nothing but kisses to all your mothers out there. That's right. And of course, don't forget FDS too. Do we have anything coming up for FDS, Director?
Yeah, the single Wish You Would comes out May 23rd. Pre-order it. Enter to win a trip to Los Angeles, hang out with the band at Universal Studios. And that is what we got going on. Go to FDS Band Official on Instagram, find the link, and enter to win.
That's right. We still got it. Yes. If you
Universal Studio.
Universal Studio. Hang out with the director. He'll fly you from wherever you're at to LA. Hang out with the director and
anywhere in the continental United States. Don't get it twisted. You're not coming in here from Canada or Europe or Australia.
That's fucked up, man. What would you say?
No.
Can't do it.
Hold on. No Hawaii or Alaska, right?
Exactly.
Okay. There you go. But there you
I want to hang with the director.
Did you pre-save the track?
You damn right I did.
Then you're entered to win.
Hey.
That's right. But yes, no outro today, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to end it like this because I'm still working on a new outro. Like I said, everything's going to be in place next week. A lot of changes you'll see on our social medias and on our YouTube channel, the Twitter. IG, all of that. Now we're down to De Niro is part of the logo, and yes, love it. And he's somewhere right there behind this. And then
De Niro, if you come to SoCal, there's too many things to show you.
If I come, I gotta stay for like a month.
Oh wow, that's probably more than a month. You have to stay.
I got a couch somewhere.
I appreciate that.
Or floor.
That's right. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next Sunday, 3:00 Eastern, 2:00 Central, 1:00 Pacific Standard Time. We'll be giving, of course, the same. Of course, what happened on Raw and SmackDown. We'll bring some NXT this time and some Impact. Whatever's going on in the world of news of professional wrestling. And, of course, the AEW Dynamite, of course, because the next week's Dynamite is going to be stupendous because we got to see what's going to happen heading into Double or Nothing. But, yes, señoras y señores, gracias por todo el apoyo. We bid you adieu. Matt Callis, let people know what do we do here.
We don't make podcasts. There are no roads where we're going.
There you go. Bye.
We make history.